What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Back with another video, and you already know what I'm here to talk about. Washington Wizards versus Toronto Raptors. Game was tonight. Saturday night game, home game for the Washington Wizards. Second game of the season, and also second loss of the season. The Washington Wizards were playing the Toronto Raptors, who they played last year in the playoffs, and they were eliminated in 6 games in the first round by the Raptors. So tonight was basically like a rematch for them, basically to come back like, hey, we're back now, we're better, we could beat you guys, whatever. But that's not how things went. Kawhi Leonard didn't play because it was second night of a back-to-back, and they also had played 3 games in 4 nights. So the Raptors are already like working hard already. The season just began this week. They've already played 3 games and they are 3-0. Excuse me, the Wizards lost 113 to 117. Honestly, not even gonna lie to you, I was tired and I fell asleep in the third quarter, and I woke back up and I watched a lot of the fourth quarter and then somehow fell asleep again and woke up at the end of the game. But this was a relatively uneventful game until really you got down to the fourth quarter when the Wizards really made like uh they made like a late push to try to win this one, but it was a little too late. Like there were moments, I would say there were moments where, you know, you saw flashes of potential, like the block by Jeff Green and those amazing passes by John Wall and the chemistry between John Wall and Bradley Beal. You saw a couple follow slams by Oubre, and even an attempt to follow slam by Jason Smith, which can show, we're starting to have guys that are more passionate about things. But all in all, yeah, I'm gonna just keep this short. All in all, they did not protect the paint the way they should. They did not protect the rim the way they should. Like, the Raptors got a lot of second chance points. Like, they had 10 second chance points, 12 second chance points within the first quarter alone, like before it was even all the way over. They didn't box out. That's another thing. They didn't rebound amazingly either. So it's like the Washington Wizards have a lot to work on. They still have to work on their chemistry. A lot of chemistry. Scott Brooks was ejected like in the fourth quarter. He was arguing with the refs about a call that Bradley Beal didn't get. And anyway, but he got ejected or whatever for that. And it's just a little bit disappointing. It is still very early in the season, but it is a little disappointing to see Wizards, especially lose to a team that, they had so much to prove to, and that they, you would want to see them win against. We're really just gonna get into the stats because I'm just like, I don't want to say I'm not here for it, but yeah, this was like one of those games that you literally try to put behind you. You don't want to focus on this because you could tell they had a lot of frustration left over from the Miami game. They felt like they maybe should have won or whatever, but it just didn't. Like, they were on the wrong side of good luck tonight. That shot by Fred VanVleet at the end, Fred VanVleet being Fred VanVleet. Basically in the second quarter, I want to say, the reserves were in the game and they were doing okay. And I don't know if I'm groggy or tired or whatever, but second quarter, the reserves were in the game and they were doing all right. But Scott Brooks put in the starters, and you got to see, like, okay, yeah, the starters are going to bring this back up. And then the Raptors went on a run, and you go, oh gosh. Then the Wizards went on a run again, like, okay, I could kind of see where this is going to go. And then the Raptors just ran on a run. Like, Kyle Lowry got hot, and it was just, to me, I don't want to say it was over from there, but it was kind of over from there. Like, you kind of could see where things were going to go because he started heating up, and it didn't seem like he was going to cool back down. He ended up playing for, let me see, he ended up playing for 35 minutes. He had 12 points. He had 28 points and 12 assists. He had 3 rebounds as well. Like, he really started to heat up. So I already knew what it was. We didn't get our first look at Kawhi Leonard against us, but he averaged 27 in the first two games, so we could see where it's going. His time off did him very well last season. CJ Miles had 10 points and 6 rebounds. He's also a familiar foe. Basically, majority of the Raptors team is the same that it was last season. Like, they really didn't change anybody. They still had their chemistry. They still have a lot of young guys that are hungry and passionate and willing to go in for the putbacks and the rebounds and the, go hard on defense and stuff like that and the blocks. Like, they have young guys that are willing to do the dirty work, and we really don't. And the ones that we do, we don't play them. So that is always going to be the difference that sets us apart from these other guys, because the other guys really, really, really work work in all parts of the game and all aspects of the game. And we have a lot of guys that are not willing to do that as much as they probably should. Serge Ibaka had 16 points, 9 rebounds, and I know he had a couple blocks. Danny Green was not, I wouldn't say he was uneventful, but he wasn't like the most memorable. He had 5 points, 3 rebounds. It wasn't his most memorable game. And he played for 31 minutes. He's not all the way there yet with them. Pascal, or maybe he's just tired. Pascal Siakam had 10 points, 10 rebounds. He had a double-double and two assists. OG Anunoby, he filled in for Kawhi Leonard tonight. He had 12 points within, really quickly. He had 12 points and 4 rebounds, 1 assist. Norman Powell, 7 points. Norman Powell is always... Jonas Valanciunas definitely got the better of the matchup between him and Yamahimi. The Wizards are still really, really, really feeling the absence of Dwight Howard and his injury to his back, whatever you want to call it. But the Wizards are still... Yeah, I'm still fighting with this scarf. But anyway, the Wizards are still feeling his absence tough right now. Super tough. Yeah, Serge Ibaka, Van Fleet had 13 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. He always comes in the clutch. He always does really well. He always plays really well. Always can score and just be there to fill in whatever it is they need. Pick up whatever slack it is that's left over for him. Like, whatever's left over, like, he's always the person that's literally just gonna, do what needs to be done. He's a really good player. Yeah, Washington Wizards, though. They did not have it tonight. I liked a couple things that I saw. I liked that I saw Thomas Satoransky with hitting the three. He had 5 points tonight, 1 assist, 1 rebound. He only played for 13 minutes. Jason Smith had 6 points and 5 rebounds. He only played for 17 minutes. A lot of our bigs end up in foul trouble all the freaking time. Kelly Oubre Jr. only had 8 points, but he had 6 rebounds. He played for a little under 20 minutes. Jeff Green, I liked the block by him. I liked a couple little plays by him. But all in all, the Wizards need to pull it together. They need to do better. Austin Rivers had 12 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. He's still working on his chemistry with the team. The team is really just trying to put it together, but they don't have time. There's guys like Markieff Morris gets on my nerves with this whole. He had 10 points, 3 assists, 7 rebounds, but he gets on my nerves with this. He's just not quick enough. He doesn't box out enough. Come on now, you're big. I know we play a lot of small ball because the centers are always in foul trouble, but it's you're big enough and you're tough, but you're just not doing all that you could do. Otto Porter only had 1 rebound tonight, but he did shoot more than he did before. He didn't shoot a lot, but he shot more than he did before. He made a couple 3-pointers. John Wall with the amazing passes. He played for 34 minutes, 25 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. All his assists were really good. Bradley Beal had 32 points, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and he also broke the franchise record for most threes. He took that record away from Gilbert Arenas. Thomas Satoransky. Let me see who else. He took that record away from Gilbert Arenas. Jan Mahimi played for 17 minutes only. He had 2 points, but he had 4 fouls, 6 rebounds. It's just he's been having more fouls than points. He haven't even been able to play starters minutes like he should. He's not used to that. He's fouling at the rate that he used to when he was on the bench. It's just too much. It's just too much. It's too much. So basically all I have to say about this game is the Wizards should have done better. The Wizards could have done better, but at the end of the day, the Raptors was just too much for them tonight. Really, we're just gonna be honest. It just was what it was. They need to get their chemistry together. They need to be hungry. They need to want this more than they do. all players on the field, not just the younger guys. Everybody needs to be contributing like 110%, and going for rebounds and everything. Like everybody needs to just do what they need to do. It's not acceptable at this point. It really isn't. Um, yeah, it's honestly just like it's not acceptable at this point. So on to the next one, West Coast road trip. They better get it together because the West Coast ain't nothing to play with. So better get this together fast. All right, peace, guys. It's yours.